Welcome to the Fall Off Podcast.
We talk about music, movies, mostly anything to do with entertainment.
We'll even talk about conspiracy theories here and there.
So sit back and enjoy the Fall Off Podcast.
What's up, everyone?
Welcome back to the Fall Off Podcast.
Today we are going to list our top 5 favorite movies of all time.
You need to have an explosion in that. You need to go, today we're going to name our top 5.
This is not a 2015 Minecraft episode.
Those are so hot.
Today we're playing a new survival world.
Money.
All right, who wants to start first?
I think it's you starting first, Tate.
Okay.
We're doing the list exactly how we did our top 5 2024 albums, so it'll be easy like that. So Tate will be first, then Cruz, and then me.
All right, my number 5th.
Number 5th.
Jurassic Park movie. The first one. That was fire. I was 6 years old going around. I just got done playing with Legos. It's like 10 o'clock. My mom forgot to tell me we're going to go to bed. By the way, it's the weekend, so it rocked. I walk in there and I see them watching Jurassic Park. I dang near dropped a brick in my pants. That thing was horrifying. It was horrifying.
Honestly, I liked the movie the first time I saw it.
Like, Jurassic Park not like that scary anymore because,
It was more like entertainment. But golly, do I not love the story, how it's worked, and how I got introduced to it. Same way how I got introduced to Walking Dead. I walked in on it, it was horrifying.
Well, the first time I even heard of it was when I walked in. My parents were watching it. Me and my sister went into there. I saw it, and I saw the head being bitten off or something like that, and the blood just coming out of the car. You remember that part? Like the dinosaur is in the car with another person.
Talk about the toilet? Oh, no,
No.
I know the part you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. And when I saw that, I just laughed. I was like, I don't know how old I was, maybe 10.
Oh, there's something in you that's wanting to hurt somebody.
And when my sister saw it, she cried. She ran out of the room crying.
How old was she?
She was, if I was 10, then she was 7 years old.
Oh, yeah, that would terrify a little girl.
And ever since then, I kept asking her, hey, you want to watch Jurassic Park? And she just cried because of that one scene. Like, she cannot get over it.
Like 2 days later after I saw that, but the scene I saw was when that guy got lifted up by the toilet and started getting mauled by the T-Rex. That was the horrifying scene I saw. Number 4, obviously, a golden era of cinema. Peak before the Avengers fight. It was probably one of the best fights I've ever seen. Transformers, the first movie. The Cube. The Cube.
You're going to hate me for this. I have not seen the full movie.
You need to check it out. It's like, it was the first ever live movie they ever produced. Some of it doesn't make sense, but God.
Like, I've seen multiple different scenes from those channels that post scenes or something on YouTube. I've seen those, and I've been wanting to watch the movies. But yeah, I've seen scenes like that, and I've been wanting to watch the movie, but I've never been able to watch the full thing because, they've been making us pay or rent it for $3. Although during Christmas, you could rent it for $0.
Yeah, I stole a lot of movies from the Redbox when they went bankrupt.
Did they go bankrupt?
Yeah, they go bankrupt. If you go to a there's still a Redbox in Oconto. There's still a lot of movies in there. If you go in there,
I've
put your
seen
card
those.
in, it cancels, and you just get the DVDs.
yes,
Actually?
yeah.
Yeah, but they just recently fixed it. Like the last thing they ever did before they finally went out, they just went, nah, I can't do that. Not by Spirit Halloween. All right, my number 3, obviously, a funny comedy movie, Deadpool.
Oh.
There's nothing to say about that. It's Deadpool.
Deadpool, fourth wall breaks.
The fourth
Make it
wall breaks
funnier.
are golden.
I've seen the newest Deadpool Wolverine movie, and
It's really good. I've never seen such that's the best Marvel movie they've made in a while. But yeah, Deadpool.
It's really good. Deadpool Wolverine, that's a really good duo. I have never thought
It's been a duo since the comics.
it has been. I bet I haven't read the comics, but yeah, I've seen a bunch of stuff about it, especially on Deadpool Wolverine. Have you seen the scene that happened after the credits?
I'm tired of these absolutely vile rumors that I got Johnny killed. Let's look at the tape.
And I'll tell you who her is. Cassandra Nova, a megalomaniacal psychotic, a finger-licking dead inside pixie slapping third-rate dime store nut milk. And I'll tell you what she can do.
I'm listening.
She can lick my kick rocks all the way to bald hell. In fact, I don't give a my skin and pops me like some nightmarish blood balloon. If the last thing I do in this utter existence is like that I still won't die happy.
It was definitely funny.
Yes. What's the time? I wish I did.
Like, how do you
movie.
suck up someone's skin just like that? All
Powers.
the entire flesh and all that.
Superpowers. That was devastating. But hey, he was
That
taking up.
that wasn't even funny. That was just brutal.
No, he was taking out the budget. He deserved it. He was taking up the budget. It's like so much room that he took up all of it. All right. Final two. Number 2, the first movie, the Avengers movie.
Oh, isn't that's the one with like
That's
Loki trying to take the Tesseract or
that's
whatever?
the one where they got. This is after I think they made all the other movies, and then they finally made one big movie involving all the characters.
And that's where they first show Thanos, like the scene right
Thanos
before
was
the actual credits start.
Okay, this might be a bad take, but I think Thanos looked better.
When I saw that, I was like,
Blue
"Who is that
Thanos.
guy?"
Yeah, me too. I did not know Marvel. That was actually the first movie I watched before I watched Iron Man. Sorry. Yeah, when I saw that guy. All right, sorry.
Tony Stark built us in a cave.
With a box of scraps!
Let's go.
Yeah. Iron Man, like, he could look at anybody, like, in half a second, he'll have a name for it.
Yeah, he's so funny. He's the comedy relief out of the group besides Hulk.
He is
The
100%.
scene where Hulk grabs Loki.
And I will not be bullied by that. Puny God.
That's golden. That is exactly what happened if I was Hulk and I see the enemy. You were just trying to kill him. He didn't come here to ask questions. He came to kill.
I mean, there's also a video on there about like every single time Tony Stark has named people like there's no tomorrow. Like, I'll show you that soon. But
Alright.
yeah, keeping Robert Downey Jr. in there, especially with the new movie coming out soon, good idea. 100%.
All right, the final one of my collection. It is all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, from 1 to 5, and the upcoming TV show, but it got canceled.
I've seen some Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. I haven't really seen any of the movies. I don't think it's a bad thing. I'm just not that interested in like that entire series. Like, it's a really good option though. Is that all the movies you got?
Yeah, we gotta rate the Pirates of the Caribbean one quick, but yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10. That's my rating.
Mid. You know it's better than the Pirates of the Caribbean
Hang on.
movie.
If you think that was mid, Cruz, we gotta hear your top 5
You know what's
now.
better than the Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
All right,
The
what's
Paw Patrol movie.
That's
Absolute
not the right
cinema.
one. That's not the right one.
Absolute
That's not the
cinema.
right one. That's
I
not
didn't
the
put these
right
in order. I didn't put them in chronological
Jesus
order.
Christ.
I'm gonna do it my way. It's just my top 5 favorite movies, but number 5 is the Paw Patrol movie because it's peak cinema.
I think
Why?
that they should have added. Never mind. I think they should have added Thanos to that just to end off the movie. Like right when they save the day, Thanos.
Thanos puppy.
Thanos.
Absolute cinema.
Thanos puppy pulls up on a moon, and he's just like, finally a worthy opponent. And then it cuts the credits, and it plays Michael Bay.
I think my brain just committed suicide.
Boom. Best Paw Patrol movie ever made. They need to do that for
Yeah,
number
there's
2.
nothing to be said. Paw Patrol movies just absolute cinema. Nothing can beat it, you know.
Peak
Besides
child.
my next 4 movies, of course.
By the way, did y'all know SpongeBob Out of Water, the first SpongeBob movie?
Yeah.
That came out in 2015.
Yeah, it came out in 2015. The first SpongeBob movie.
Anyway,
Anyways,
9 to 5's calling your name.
9 to 5's calling your name, pal. Have you seen your grades? Anyways. Alright. My next movie, Marvel Endgame. It is one of the best Marvel movies to date. You know, it has some of the best fight scenes. Yeah, that's your freak. That's why the 9 to 5's calling you, pal. Marvel Endgame is just a really good movie. And there's just so many action, and the sequel to it, not the sequel, the prequel, Infinity War is just a really good lead up, and I think it's just really followed the Marvel timeline really well. Yerp.
There are a lot of things good about Endgame. Like, from the start to finish, it's just a masterpiece to me.
Best fight scenes I've ever seen. Besides God of War, that's some of the best fight scenes I've ever seen.
Honestly, I actually started watching it before Infinity War, and I didn't realize those two were connected. As soon as I got 5 minutes in, and like the start where Hawkeye's family just disappears, I was like, wait, what happened? And then I tried to find a movie that happened before it, And as soon as I watched it, I was like, oh.
Yeah, Thanos should have got cooked. I'm sorry, but Avengers Endgame, Thanos should have got cooked so bad. He should have got cooked so bad.
I mean, Thanos wasn't wrong. If Thor did go for the head, then I mean.
No, I mean like before that. I'm talking the good old Iron Man on them when they got him strapped to the ground and they were trying to rip his gauntlet off, and one of them got him knocked out, and one of them just what's that one guy? The one Star-Lord. Star-Lord just I don't care that your wife died. Give it a sec, let them take off the glove, and you can shoot his brains out. Boom, movie ends. But no, the plot had to thicken.
All right, Tate, what's your number 3?
I think you mean Cruz.
No, Cruz, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is the Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
Heresy.
What do you mean heresy? It's better than Pirates of the Caribbean
Heresy.
over there. It's the best movie ever.
Heresy.
Bro, Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine are the best movie ever.
Then
The
why is
third
it
best
not number
movie.
one?
The third best movie ever.
Heresy. It should be always number one. Not
Okay,
not
pal.
be third.
Then why is it not on yours at all, huh?
Actually, it was in my heart because it's deserving more than this crappy dog.
But yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine. Most of the time, it was just pure carnage.
And comedy.
Well, yeah.
No, long I've been waiting
So
for this.
funny. It's so funny. Oh my god.
I couldn't stand the fourth wall breaks that Deadpool would always do.
Yes.
Like, especially the one where he digs up Wolverine's dead body from
And
the
uses
start.
his bones as
Uses his bones. But the comment he made right before the fight happened, I'm not gonna say it because it's, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, one of my favorite parts of the movie, I think, is when they're fighting in the car. And at the end of the fight, where Deadpool's all tied up with the seatbelt.
Oh my god. The music is. Oh my god. I love that scene. That was the funniest part of the movie because it's like the goofiest fight I've ever seen. It's like, I don't want to play a new game or two. And like at the end of it, the car's like trashed. Both of them are tied up.
No, Deadpool's tied up.
Deadpool's
Wolverine.
They were right to the. No one won. They just kept fighting until they both passed out.
Hey, I just had no idea what happened when I watched that scene. I was like, are you two autistic or something?
My second favorite scene in that was the pug scene where this guy, stop! It's Pupperine!
I mean, come on. You're not gonna shoot a dog. It's just a dog.
Especially Deadpool dog.
What did a dog do? Come on.
Dogpool. Especially Dogpool.
I like how everyone did stop firing when they saw the dog because it is just a dog.
I hope it's canon one day that they just confirm if Deadpool dog dies and somebody's the result of its death, that guy just gets incinerated. Like, he dies.
Cruz, what's your number 2?
It is Spider-Man Homecoming. Homecoming.
Pokey pokey.
Anyways, I think Spider-Man Homecoming is a really good movie because it introduced Tom Holland, and I just really love the Spider-Man trilogy altogether. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, the comics, the animations, all that, everything. I just love Spider-Man in general. He's number one hero. And I just think Homecoming was a great way to introduce him with, subtle fight scenes, nothing really big, but, just got to introduce Tom Holland Spider-Man more.
I haven't really watched Spider-Man Homecoming, but I've seen like parts of it, and it's not bad. Cruz, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is Spider-Man No Way Home. It's absolute cinema. Andrew Garfield, saving Zendaya when he couldn't save Gwen. I think Andrew Garfield saving, Zendaya was a great way for him to redeem himself because of Gwen, He obviously learned a lot from that mistake because we can see that he didn't do the same thing. Tobey Maguire saving the Green Goblin from Tom Holland, that was also a really great scene. And then Tom Holland or, the 3 Peter Parkers, Peter Parker, aka Tom Holland, telling Dr. Disrespect, Doctor Strange, that he wants everybody to forget about him so he turns a new leaf. And I can't wait for the new Spider-Man to drop. And it's also going to be the only Spider-Man that gets a 4th movie. I think he may get a 5th as well because, he's a pretty young actor. He's not like Toby or Andrew, like 20s. He's
Pushing
like
50.
Pushing 50 now. But, I just think No Way Home was a great movie.
All right, William, now it's time for you, brother.
I had to think about this for a while because I've seen so many movies. I just never thought of a top 5. And there's also a new movie coming out, which might change what my top 5 movies of all time are. Like, whenever it comes out, the Avengers Doomsday movie. So, until that comes out, here's my top 5 movies of all time.
Y'all
What?
keep talking, my back hurts.
Bro, this guy's laying on the floor right now.
No, I'm not even joking. Continue, my back hurts so much.
Where did you find this guy?
I don't know. He was like in the dumpster next to Dairy Queen.
Why am I not surprised? Number 5 for my top 5 movies is going to be WALL-E.
Oh, yeah.
Wally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first watched it, there were so many good things about it. Like starting off on an abandoned Earth. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the year there is like 2070 something. No, hang on. That's not it. It was way longer than that. I had to double check. Over 700 years later.
Dang.
And then it's just completely abandoned except one robot is still working. Just one singular robot.
700
and one
years.
roach. That's it. One roach and one robot. And then suddenly a ship comes down and now pops Eve. That robot, though.
The white robot.
And yeah. And then soon enough, after she does find something that works. Well, actually before that, Wally and Eve soon meet, and it's just weird because Wally's never seen anyone on Earth for, I think, hundreds of years, depending how long that specific Wally lived, because there were a bunch of others that were broken.
And he's like living off their body parts.
And soon enough, when Eve does find the plant, she just shuts down until the spaceship comes back. And we are soon taken to another spaceship with literally every other human.
All humans.
Well, all humans, and it's just weird to know what happens later, because this could happen, but at the same time it might not. You never know, which is very interesting. All right, you ready for number 4?
Oh yeah, let's get it.
For my number 4, it's Avengers of Infinity War.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, that's where I first figure out what Thanos is actually doing after the scene in the 2015 movie, what was that one? Age of Ultron? That one scene where it's like, fine, I'll do it myself, and grabs the gauntlet.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, isn't that the dude from the other thing? That's literally what I said. And it was just so crazy to have the entire storyline reveal itself. Well, most of it until later on. And it's just crazy because you don't know what's going to happen, because he's now the most powerful thing to exist, like, in just the universe.
Then comes the nerds that right at this point they're like, actually, it's not the strongest person in the universe. Galactus is still a thing.
I don't even think Galactus was introduced in the Marvel's movie storyline.
He
so.
recently just got proposed.
But yeah, it is crazy because I'm wondering how the stones work and what happens when all of them are finally put together. And Thor literally almost like this close to stopping him. Just crazy. And then just half the entire world gone.
Gone. Half of everything ever to exist in the multiverse gone.
All right, you ready for number 3?
Yep.
This is probably something you wouldn't expect, but it's Lilo and Stitch.
God, such a good movie.
It is. Like, I watched it so much that the DVD glitched. Like, it scratched on the bottom. You know how DVDs scratch on the bottom? Like, it's just like scratched everywhere. Like, you could look everywhere and just try to rub it off like you always do. It'll stay on there. Like, I can't even get past the first 10 minutes without it just pausing midway.
Same thing, but one of my cousins had like an old VHS tape. Yeah, he set it on fire from how much he watched it. It caught fire in the machine.
Oh my goodness.
Because it was like just played 24/7. Yeah, Lilo Stitch, peak cinema. I love it.
But yeah, also Stitch the alien, he's so funny. Like, most of the time you can't even understand what he's saying. Like, all he says is just like,
It's that one word he said.
I thought wasn't it the one? Didn't they say he was like just speaking Spanish backwards?
I have no idea about that part. All right, you guys ready for number 2?
Yeah.
Number 2 Avengers Endgame. Really good sequel to the Infinity War. Like, the entire 3 hours, I'm pretty sure is how long it was. The entire 3 hours of it. Like, I just stared at the TV, wondering what's about to happen next. Like, whenever half the population of everything is just gone, like, everyone just doesn't fight. They just go on with their lives. And what's more surprising is that Iron Man has a family.
Yes.
Like, it's 5 years later, too.
Iron Man has kids.
Well, one kid. But yeah, it is just pure, perfect cinematic experience. And the end where Iron Man died actually made me cry because he was my favorite Avenger of all time.
Definitely, mine too. I was like, this is bullcrap. Why couldn't it be like Arrow, like Hawkeye or something? No, it had to be Iron Man.
Hawkeye was doing a side quest.
Yeah, he was being a bum. He was traveling back in time.
But I don't think even if they did, the storyline wouldn't make sense if he didn't die because it's just like the stones that he was holding were too powerful for him and his body. So that makes more sense that he died, but it's still very sad.
All right, yeah, that's a good rating. Let's see the final movie.
You ready for number one?
Yep.
Number one, Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Obviously.
There are so many things that AI he creates on his own. His entire house, like his just pure self, is just amazing and funny at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Because you never know what's about to happen. You can figure out like a million ways of Tony Stark, and it'd all be wrong.
Yeah.
Because he'll just do the most unexpected thing.
All right, yeah. I think it's really good, and it is famous right now for one meme. I am Iron Man.
Also the AC/DC songs along with the Iron Man for the soundtrack, perfect.
God, so good, so good.
Back in Black to start it out too. That's just, I don't know how Marvel does it, but they just make it perfect.
I don't know. Iron Man movies, I don't know. I think that's the movie that really kicked off the whole thing. It was literally the Iron Man movie.
Like, even the sequel to it, they just played AC/DC 90% of the time. Especially with the one with the intro to a War Machine or Rhodey.
Yes, yeah.
And
peak male cinema.
Give Me Something to Beat His Butt to. Another one bites the dust by Queen.
Goldstein,
Yes, Mr. Stark.
give me a fat beat to beat my buddy.
I told you to shut it down.
These old songs make so much sense in this cinematic experience.
One of the movies, I don't know which movie it was about, but it was the one where it's like, yo man, can you give me your password? It's like the American Iron Man one, the black guy with the American Iron Man suit. He was like, yo man, can you give me your password so I can get into this? It's like, bro, I don't want to change my password again. Just give it to me, man.
Iron Shield.
So like the Muslims are laughing, and that's just funny. I think that's funny for me.
Oh my goodness.
All right, yeah, that's pretty much what I think. I think there's again a really good take.
Yeah, I agree. It is a pretty good movie.
So yeah, that's all of the top 5 movie lists we have.
Thank you guys for listening to the Fall Off podcast.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
There we go.